What's the weather now in London?
It's cloudy and 21 in London right now.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we'll be talking about an all-new addition to the Amazfit lineup, and that is the Amazfit Bip 6. So this could just be the perfect all-rounder. Now, I know that I'm quite critical of some bands and fitness trackers which are, didn't quite evolve. But this thing here, this is insane. It's got so many features for such a budget price, it could just be the best tracker in 2025. So let's dive in and talk about the details. Let's do it. There's so many things to command on this tracker, but I want to start off with the strap because this is actually really good. As you can see, it's perforated all around. There's a lot of breathing happening to your wrist under this wide strap, and because it's wide, it's very convenient, it's very stable. Also, this is silicone, so the rubber is just so soft, it's so gentle, it's very flexible, yet it's hard wearing. It's completely integrated into the case here. What I really enjoy in this tracker is the pin buckle clasp. Nice and classic, and yet you've got that tuck-in feature for just to get that extra hug of the wrist. The case design is absolutely great because what we have here is still a budget build, but it looks premium. So what we have is a frame that's an aluminum alloy. It is actual aluminium, so it looks premium, it feels premium, but to keep the weight down, the case is a polymer, so it is all plastic really, but it looks good because of that frame, which is metallic. What we have here is quite a bit of hardware. So the dimensions here are 46.3 millimeters by 40.2 by 10.45 millimeters, meaning that this watch, I can't even call it a fitness tracker because it literally is a smartwatch. It gets a huge screen, which we'll talk about in a second, but we get a height of 10.5 millimeters, which is less than the Xiaomi Mi Band 10, which I've reviewed just a couple of days ago and wasn't too happy with that tracker at all. So the design is premium, and also you've got that nice curve just on top here. It's such a fluid design. You're not going to catch onto sleeves or anything like that with this tracker. Also on the case, we got two buttons, and you can actually program these two buttons to what you want them to actually do. Can you give me a joke about London weather?
Why was the London weather forecast so gloomy? Because it was raining cats and fog.
On the left hand side of the case, you've got your Bluetooth speaker, while on the right hand side, you've got your microphone. So that means you can take Bluetooth calls right off your wrist, and I'll be showing you some of this later in this review. Let's talk about the display because you're going to love this. On the Bip 6, which is basically the essential series in a Amazfit lineup. That means this is like the most basic tracker. So I can only imagine what the more premium trackers will do, and we'll find out because I will be getting them on board quite soon. But this one here, we get a 1.97-inch AMOLED display. That is huge. We get 390 by 450 pixels, giving us a 302 ppi, so 302 pixels per inch resolution, which is up there with the best in class. Another really important point about this display is that we get 2,000 nits of brightness. So this is effortlessly very bright. In any light conditions, even under direct sunlight, it's just so easy to see exactly what's written on this display. Covering it off is tempered glass. So this is like Gorilla Glass, essentially. So you can have your knocks and bumps. It's not going to break. It's not going to scratch easily. It's really good all day wear and tear protection that you've got on top of this AMOLED display. Now we have to mention that with this very budgetly priced tracker of just $80, we get a lot of hardware and software. So the display specs, that's great. But we also get ambient light sensor here, meaning that we get auto brightness. You can leave it in manual mode or you can use auto brightness. You have the option of using always on display. There are so many faces that you can download from the app. Some are paid, plenty of them are free. I've already downloaded quite a few and I love it. The fact is, there are so many widgets and apps that you can download from the Zepp app. I really can't see any other brand out there coming up with the same. Now, Huawei, yeah, plenty, but you gotta pay. With Zepp, with Amazfit, there are so many free apps. So I've already downloaded my news feed because I like to see news on the go, and in some areas of London, I don't want to pull out my phone. Also, I've downloaded Maps. Another thing that we get on here is an AI assistant, but it's not like the usual AI assistant, for example, like the Amazon one where you have to log in. No, here it just works. You've got your Bluetooth connection set up with your phone, and you've got your Zepp Flow. And the AI assistant actually speaks back at you. It's not just written text on the watch, on the screen, it speaks back to you. Really cool stuff. What do you mean by hey video? If we talk about health monitoring, well, it does your 24/7 heart rate monitoring, stress monitoring, SpO₂, aka blood oxygen saturation monitoring. You also get your sleep monitoring. So basically at night, this watch will take a reading of your deep, light, and REM sleep. It will give you insights. It's going to tell you about your resting heart rate. It's going to be telling you about your breathing quality during the night. So this watch is a full-on health monitoring tool. It's not just your step tracker and your sports tracker. Talking about sports, there are 140 sport modes available with this watch. So 140 sport modes sounds plenty, and you'll be absolutely right. But the good thing about this is that there is onboard GPS with 5 positioning systems, always tracking your specific location. So it is very accurate indeed. And that means that you don't need to take your phone with you if you want to go out on a bike ride, on a run, and you just have your watch with you. Another really cool feature with this Bip 6 is that now we get a readiness score. So this is something that came about on the Polar smartwatches, not trackers, but smartwatches a couple of years ago. And this tech is pretty cool because it talks about your sleep. So you go to sleep and it's basically you recharge your battery, right? You get a good night's sleep, you wake up, and you want to see how good was that sleep, because we know that not all sleep is equal. So this watch actually tells you what was your heart rate like, what was the quality of your sleep, how recharged are you feeling, and it's spot on. So I've only been living for 2 days with this tracker and I'm absolutely loving it. I haven't seen anything like this before, with so much good stuff packed into such a budget package. $80. Anyways, I've left the link in the description below the video, so do check it out if you're after a sharp price. Now, the links that I've got there are affiliate links, meaning that if you make a qualified purchase, I will be getting some kickback from AliExpress. It won't cost you anything, but it helps me get some commission in so I can make more purchases and review these watches for you guys. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.